Alrighty guys, it's your boy Godspeed here with another anime adventures video. In today's anime adventures video, I'm going to be going over how to macro Cursed Academy, the new Jujutsu Kaisen map. And there's some things that you're going to need to know before we get into that. But before we start, make sure to like and subscribe and join my Discord server as always support the channel. Yeah, with all that being said, let's just get straight into it. Okay guys, so for the actual information, what you need to actually set up the stuff is first off, you're gonna need your private server link to join the private server, because that's where you're gonna be doing it in. And make sure the join button is in the same spot every single time. So for me, my join button is like right above this little bar above there, so I always remember it. And you're gonna want to make sure you have this joined up. And also your Roblox should be not in full screen, so that's you can exit out at the top right instead of doing all F4 or leaving, because it's less efficient and it can actually mess up and ruin the whole entire macro for the whole entire night. Make sure you have those two ready. And then for the actual units that you're gonna need, I don't know why this disconnected me, but for the units, we're gonna be using 4 units, and that's gonna be Ezra, Valkyrie, Gon, Adult, obviously evolved, Erwin, and Bulma, and they should all be level 100 for the best, because this is pretty hard to macro, and it does kind of mess up, or you could die. It doesn't mess up, but you could die if it's not if it's not, if you don't have all level 100. So now, this is the setup it should be, just like this, Gon, Ezra, Erwin, and Bulma, all level 100. And I have the macro up here, guys, so I can let you guys watch it and record it yourself. So make sure it's on continuous playback 2, always on top, 1x speed. And then once you play it, you're going to double tap W, and then go to the left, just like this. And the other thing about the macro that you guys should know is that it has different spawns. Like, literally, you can be facing a whole different angle. So you literally have to pick an angle, and then you have to just record it for that angle. But if it gets a different angle, you can't do anything about it, and it will ruin it. The only way I know how to do it is someone made a video on it where you use Lucy and Erwin, and you do not move at all, so you can do it every single time. And then, anyways, once you're in the capsule after you do everything on here, you're gonna want to use your mouse to directly grab it and scroll down, because using your scroll wheel might not always work. So do that a couple of times to make sure Cursed Academy is always going to be on the bottom, because if it's not on the bottom, it will actually click on something else, obviously, and then you won't be able to do the macro. So do that a couple times. I do it a lot of times to make sure. And click Cursed Academy, and click select, and click start. I'm also going to not speed it up unless it's just like sitting there doing nothing, because I want you guys to be able to record this macro. So again, this is before, while we're loading in, make sure you have your join button in the same spot every single time. Make sure your Roblox screen is not in full screen the whole entire time. It should be like borders, so you can have the X at the top, so you can exit on your own. And you should have Gon, Ezra, Gon, Ezra, Erwin, and Bulma all level 100. But also, you guys can swap things out for different things. Again, I'm doing this because I actually do not have any higher units or air units besides Miriam, so I have to do this. But what I do suggest you guys doing is, instead of Gon, you can do like a Miriam, and instead of Ezra, you can do like any high DPS unit. Or Gon can also be like Miriam, Jalal, Ezra, whatever you want to do as Ezra Lightning. And then DPS, Ezra Valkyrie is also actually very good DPS, but you can do anything you want to. Okay, now once we're in, I use O and I on the keyboard to zoom in and out, and I make sure it's all the way out, and then I jump forward and hold S, and I go all the way to this end, and I go back and forth with A and W. So I'll say it again. You use I and O to zoom out. O is the zoom out, so you just do I and O, and then make sure you're zoomed out all the way. And you're going to want to hold jump while going S, or holding S, and you're going to come over to this little thing over here, and as you can see, I'm walking back and forth until I eventually get into the middle, and I walk out, and then basically play the game, just like this. And then boom, you have it set up. This should be the same every single time you do it. And now I'm going to be placing down Erwins just like so. And after getting the Erwins, just send them down 3 of them. Erwins are your actually main early DPS. This is why it should be level 100, and preferably a good trait like Superior 3 or Nimble 3. Any epic would be very, very helpful, but I'm pretty sure you can manage, which is level 100, no trait. But Erwin is actually your only main DPS in the beginning, but it actually works. I've tested this. I recorded a whole entire time. Doing only Erwin until wave 10 actually works, and then we get going, and obviously Ezra Valkyrie. But now I'm just replacing the Erwins because I am pretty tedious. I want to make sure I always do this. And also, it is kind of hard to see the Erwins when you're over here when you have it scroll out, but scrolling out makes it have a bigger camera angle, and you can have more stuff. And then now we're basically just upgrading our Bulmas and upgrading our Erwins. That's really what we do until we place it on Gon. So now just upgrade Irwin's, upgrade Bulma's, and I'll get to you guys when we are at when we need to place Gone, so you know we can get the hybrid full AoE support. Alright guys, it's now wave 9. Again, we're just upgrading our Bulma and upgrading our Irwin. Again, you know, this is kind of a little, you know, bad. The Bulma could get a little bit messed up. That can happen if you were placing units too fast and you're upgrading Irwins instead of placing Bulmas. But in the end, it should be fine since upgrading Irwins will just then, you know, if you don't do enough damage in the front, you'll just kill them faster in the back with the Irwin. So it really is the same for anything. But again, if you are pretty tedious about that and you want to make sure it's the same every single time, then you might want to also what is it called? Be more careful when you're upgrading your Bulma and making sure you actually upgrade Bulma every single time, and make sure you upgrade Bulma before you go too heavy on the Irwins. But again, there are different upgrade times, so you're gonna need to do that. But still, you should be able to get the max pretty easily. Like when I was recording the macro, Gon actually killed them before the boss even needed to go back there. And now that these Irwins are super upgraded, basically, it should be pretty easy to kill this boss, and you should be good. And also this macro that I'm gonna be sending to you guys on my Discord server or whatever will be the same as mine, and you should be able to be fine. And like this macro works, I've already tested it out. But again, you can do a different version of this. I have it on my own macro here. Like I might record a different one, because I could probably make a more efficient one. So if you guys want a more efficient one, like right at the moment of seeing this video, and you're just gonna use this idea and make it your own, then you guys can definitely do that. But now that we're at here, we're just literally gonna be upgrading our units. And now that we have Gon, we're just upgrading Bulma, upgrading Irwins, and upgrading Gon. Obviously, Gon's getting upgraded over here, doing the nice damage, And that putting the curse to actually be destroyed pretty easily by the Irwins. The Irwins are very good against these. That's why I brought him here, because maxed out 10,000 damage, around that 10,000 damage in like 9 seconds per attack. Pretty easy. So now that you're here, you're just upgrading your units, back and forth upgrading units. So this is this guy's. I'll get to guys when you need to know something else for placing Ezra or something. So yeah, I'll let you guys just watch macro and let it play out. Alright, so as you can see, wave 16 here, the secret boss spawn. And also, as you can see, the curse painting is actually getting farther in the back, but this is what I'm saying. Either way it goes, even if you miss your Bulma placements and you upgrade Gon, and you upgrade Irwin, it's still gonna be able to kill. Like, look, it's at 60,000, and we still have a lot more to go. See, this is what I'm saying. It's gonna be easily killed no matter what happens. This is what I'm saying. The placements and upgrades are optimal. That's why I really like doing this macro instead of like some people. And you also only need 4 units, and some people actually have just a bunch of units, like a full loadout, when you only really can need 2 units. Because look, they easily killed the boss with just Irwins in the back, and then boom, they just clear out the rest of the flying enemies. And we already have our Gon max now, and everything is now in flow. We have everything maxed until we get our Valkyrie, Ezra Valkyrie, and we will place Urza pretty soon. Urza is though really only for like later support, because the bosses do get a little bit annoying later. And as you can see, Secret Boss, we already broke its first bar health, and now with the Irwins in the back, we should be able to drain that if that ever becomes a problem for us regularly. But we got max going though. That's should be pretty easy. Should be pretty easy. And again, all you have to do is just literally, when you start off the game, just go I and O, and then you zoom out your camera all the way. Hold the spacebar by jumping forward with S. Go on to get stuck on the wall, then come back here a little bit, and then place Irwin's, Gon, Bulma, and then Valkyrie. It's super easy macro, guys. A lot of people can do it very easily. It's not that hard. And you can change the build. You can change it this per 2. But anyways, now we have 19. We're gonna place our Urza over here, and this is really just again, but like basically the wave 20 boss, basically killing that. Make sure we don't die to that. This is why I'm placing her at wave 19, and then we're gonna just spam upgrade her by the time the boss comes out. And boom, as you can see, the secret boss is being killed pretty easily off right here. Even though it got out of range, Irwin's still gonna be able to kill it in the back. Only 4,000 HP. Even these units that are leaking back here, they get drained by Irwin because it's so good. And as you can see, wave 20, and we should be starting to upgrade our Ezra now. As you can see, as it comes back around, we we can upgrade Ezra, and then show this features here, guys, for the support. In reality, you could use Gon, Irwin, and Bulma, and the macro curse work just fine. You just have to place 2 Gons instead. So here, now we just upgrade all our units. We have all our units placed down, and I'll get you guys to me you have to sell now. And this is all you have to do. Build the curse sheet. I'll have to just kill wave 20 boss, and then boom, once we get to wave 24, 25, we sell. And then boom, you guys complete the macro. So yeah, I'll also let you guys watch the rest of this part out. And the macro is basically complete. Alright, so it's now wave 25, and we're going to be start selling. I do some double sells, where I actually click on the unit and then sell multiple times in the same place. You can sell wave 24, 25, it really doesn't make a difference, but there's no point in going after wave 25, since really, you know, you're probably not going to get anything. And also, if you guys were wondering if you get any cursed capsules, well, you already saw this in this macro recording, we already got a secret boss, and you could probably get some Rickon eyes, if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know exactly how you get Rickon eyes, but I think you can get Rickon eyes from macroing, but I'm not sure. I think you have to go to like 30 plus, but I'm pretty sure you can get Rickon eyes from this just by going into 25. Just some, you know, RNG. You can get like a couple night, like 3 to 6 in a night. In fact, if you're lucky, you might even get 6. Now we have all our units sold, and then we just wait till we die. So I guess I'll just tell you guys what we do after, you know, the units hit our base and kill us. Alright guys, and since the fire courses are so fast, this is why it doesn't really matter. You can sell 24, 25, and you'll still get to 25 at least. The fire course will come in and kill you. And then once you're done over here, you just sit here. I still wait a little bit, and then you could start clicking the next button to spam click it, so you know, make sure you get the cursed Taliban, or cursed Talesman, not Taliban. That's something else. But obviously this is a macro, so I'm not even playing here, so it's gonna be a little bit different every time internet, you know, bandwidth, stuff like that. So this is why you have to wait a little bit on after you die, and then you're just gonna spam click on the next, and after that you exit out, join back, and then end the macro. That's basically the gist of it. That's all you have to do. So move like that, just spam next. So you're gonna click next for like 10-15 seconds to make sure that you know you're gonna claim it, because again, you're gonna die different times. It's not the same every single time, you know. Sometimes you'll be a little bit different, like a tad bit different every single time. So that's why every time we record macros, we tell you to wait a little bit at the beginning and the end of each macro, and do stuff multiple times just in case you fail one time, because it's a macro, you know. You gotta make sure you're getting it right every single time. So after you make sure you know, click next a bunch of times, I don't know, it should not be this long. Then you come up here and click X, close it, Roblox, but this is why it should not be in full screen, like that, and then click it, and then join back. And after you join back, you just go to the top, and you click record again, and then boom, you have your macro. And the only thing I need to make sure you guys know is make sure it's on continuous playback, because if it's not, then it won't continue. You'll just go up there and click it, and then it won't continue, and then boom, you're just gonna sit there and be like, why didn't my macro continue? Well, it's because you didn't put on continuous playback. Then once you join back into the lobby, you're gonna sit here and wait just for like 10-15 seconds, and then you're gonna go up and end there, because like I said, it might take a little bit longer for you to join, and if you go back there and click play while you're still in the loading lobby, you're gonna mess up. So make sure you wait here 10-15 seconds, and you can go up to the top, and then once you're done, you click record, and you end the macro just like this. Boom, that was the macro. So I'll have this macro in the description, but again, I highly recommend recording it on your own, because I'll get a lot of people saying, wait, Godspeed doesn't work for me. Well, that's because, you know, different monitors, different stuff, it could be different internet, stuff like that. So make sure, if you really are lazy and you not think you can do it, or not lazy, or it's just too hard for you, you can record the macro. I'll put it in my Discord probably a little bit after I drop the video. I'll have the guys out for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is the macro. I hope this guys helped you get to all this stuff for Jujutsu Kaisen. Make sure to like and subscribe to my Discord server, to my Roblox group, all in the description. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.